Hello again. It is April 19th of 2010. And I want to address something which I've addressed before, and I know I've addressed it repeatedly before, but it's extremely important when you're disputing derogatory credit information with the credit bureaus. Let me tell you, from a standpoint of protecting your own credit and from a standpoint of putting yourself in a position where you can bring a lawsuit against the credit bureaus when they do not clean up your credit reports, you must dispute with the credit bureaus. It is absolutely essential that you send a dispute to the credit bureaus before you give yourself any legal rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So if you want to put yourself in a position where you can go after the credit bureaus for false credit reporting on your credit report, you must dispute the false or the inaccurate credit reporting with the credit bureaus. You absolutely must. It is absolutely required. Now let me tell you something about how to dispute. If you go to SoCal Credit Damage, one of my websites, socalcreditdamage.com, you'll find out that we have a sample dispute letter. Obviously, that's just a sample letter that you can use. Always keep it professional. You can write your own letter. We encourage our clients to write their own letters. But you must send out your disputes via certified mail to the credit bureaus. Do not, and I repeat, do not use their online disputing service. All three of the credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, they all have a little online disputing service where you click a button and you fill in your dispute online and you send it to them online. There are two problems with the online disputing service, actually three. Number one is you don't get a record of your dispute. You don't. And you need a record of your dispute if you're going to proceed with a Fair Credit Reporting Act lawsuit. That's number one. Number two is if you have any supporting documentation to back up your dispute, you need to be able to send it to the credit bureaus. You cannot feed it into the computer or scan it in and send it with your online dispute. You can't. So if you have any backup documentation that you need to send to the credit bureaus to prove your point, you must dispute certified mail, return receipt requested. Another thing which I always encourage clients to do is if they have a copy of the credit report, they get the page where there is the false derogatory information and they circle it or they yellow highlight it so they can actually send it to the credit bureau so they can see right away what the problem is. So that's point number two. But really point number three is the key point, the reason that you do not do the online disputing. If you want to spend like a half an hour sometime looking at all the little terms and conditions, and it's usually like a really hard to read little scroll down menu on the Experian or the Equifax credit report, you'll find out that they're actually binding you to a binding arbitration agreement, taking away your right to go to court and your right to have a jury trial if you do the online disputing. So if you use their online disputing, most of my cases, fortunately, they have not invoked or they have not tried to use the binding arbitration agreement. But if you look carefully at their websites, you will see that they're actually obligating you to using their binding arbitration agreement by using their online disputing service. So don't use it because you want to preserve your right to be able to go to a judge and a jury and have a judge and a jury decide your case under the Fair Credit Reporting Act as opposed to having some hired arbitrator that Experian or TransUnion or Equifax is paying off anyway. And I can pretty much assure you it's not going to give you as good a result as if you get to go with your own lawyer of your choice in front of a judge or a jury. Anyway, that's my information for today. I'll probably repeat this video blog in the future because it is such an important point. Do your own disputing, write your own letters, send them certified receipt, return receipt requested, certified mail, return receipt requested, attach any exhibits or any additional documents that you feel will give all the information necessary to fully understand your dispute. That's absolutely essential. And don't use their online disputing service. Do not. It is playing right into their sand trap. You don't want to do it. Anyway, thanks very much for listening. I hope your April is off to a good start, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.